I want to share an actual example of Christian persecution in the workplace. My name is Krista. I'm an attorney and I went to law school in New York City. When you go to law school in New York City, everybody wants the big law jobs. This is, the top firms in the country where the starting salary is well over $200,000 a year. I ended up got an interview at their office. I go to their office, and in the room for my first round interview, a female partner who had just come back from maternity leave and a male partner. There, they read my resume, and for context, I went to a Christian college in the South. I consider myself a progressive Christian, pro-choice, pro-LGBTQ plus rights. People grow up a certain way, they become educated, they change their beliefs. Normal. And by the time I was in law school, I was pro-choice, progressive. My senior capstone project for one of my majors, because I had 4, Christian perceptions of working mothers. And I was very interested in how do different denominations view women working, what experiences, what Christian doctrine, what denominations make somebody be like, yeah, Christians, mothers who work is fine versus everybody should be home. Put this on my resume, big mistake. Female partner who had just come back from maternity leave. And keep in mind, this is almost 10 years ago at this point, wild. First question out of the gate after the pleasantries is, so you think I shouldn't be working? I was like, excuse me again, it's happening. And she points to my resume, notes that I went to a Christian college. You just want me to be home and not working. And I was like, excuse me? She's like, your paper. And at this point, I knew there's no point in arguing with her. She had made up her mind that I'm a religious bigot, but she just goes on for probably 10 minutes, which is a long time in the interview, about how you people want women to not work, and her kids have a nanny and they have her and they're all doing just fine. Thank you very much. What does the guy partner do? Not much. He tries to just redirect. It was so uncomfortable, and it's just like, I'm sitting there and I'm not going to defend my beliefs because she's made up her mind. Not get that job because she thought I was a conservative Christian. I did not get that job because of my religious beliefs. And you know what I did? Nothing. I went back. I told my law school about what happened because they asked how it goes. I figured nobody's going to believe me. And somehow, I don't remember the exact series of events because this was 10 years ago. I think that partner had some kind of connection to my school, or some kind of connection to at least people in career development. And somehow he reached out to them, explained what happened. And I don't know if he apologized, but they were aware, because I wasn't going to tell my law school because nobody would believe me. Think about that a lot. Like, I didn't get that job because of my perceived religious beliefs. And you know what? I didn't want it. I didn't want to work with people that would be freaked out if I had ashes on my head for Ash Wednesday. I didn't want to work with people who, just because of the topic of my paper, made all these assumptions. And you know what? I eventually did find a big law job, and all of the jobs that I've had have respected my religious beliefs. I know that the religious persecution that I suffered isn't, feel even bad calling it religious persecution. The religious groups in our country that are much more targeted and discriminated against than I am. But as somebody whose Christian faith was used against them to prevent them from getting a high-paying job, it is very frustrating to see people out there crying wolf when they weren't discriminated against because of their religious beliefs, but because they did a bad job. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.